I have always been fascinated by geniuses, by people who have above average intelligence, by those super duper smarty pants people. I've never been one of them, or at least I didn't think I was one of them, until I discovered some fascinating research by Dr. Howard Gardner. What he found is that there's not just one type of intelligence. In fact, everyone has a different intelligence type. What is an intelligence type? An intelligence type is your natural strengths, skills, and abilities in a certain area. And he discovered there are 9 different intelligence types. No wonder I didn't do so great in every area of school. He argued, in fact, that we have certain areas that we excel in. This is why in school maybe you were really good in math and science, but not so good in the foreign languages or language arts. Or you're really naturally inclined, but not so good in school. Learning about this intelligence theory, or the intelligence type theory, gave me so much relief. I realized that I don't have to be smart in every area. In fact, I shouldn't be. What's better is honing your natural strengths and intelligences. So in this video, first of all, I wanted to tell you, you should find your natural intelligence type. I'm going to go over the 9 different intelligence types. I'm going to talk about what they are and different jobs or hobbies that you can do to support your natural strength. As I go through these, I want you to see which one makes you feel like, ooh, that could be me. Which one tickles your fancy? Which one feels like you as I'm describing it? Usually people have one main intelligence type and maybe 2 or 3, a second or third backup intelligence type. Are you ready? Let's get started. First off, if you want to take the official intelligence type quiz for free on our website, we developed a little questionnaire to help you decipher which one you are. It's scienceofpeople.com/intelligence-type. You could always take that quiz whenever you want, or even send it to friends, have them take it as you to test yourself. But here, let's see if any of these ring true for you. So, intelligence type number 1 is naturalist. But you weren't expecting this one, right? This one really surprised me. So a naturalist, if you have this intelligence type, you thrive in the outside world. You actually feel more at peace, more at home when you're outside. The more green, the more forest surrounded, the more natural your setting, the better. You have an intuitive feeling with nature. You feel at one with nature. You feel comfortable with less things and less development. If you think this is you, hobbies and careers that might be good for you are botanist, oceanographer. By the way, I feel like every kid secretly always wanted to be an oceanographer. I used to want to be an oceanographer, and then I realized I do not have this intelligence type, so that was not a good choice for me. You could be a camp counselor who spent a lot of time outside, a scout troop leader, a gardener, an astronomer, a meteorologist, a geologist, or a landscape architect. Or you could dabble in all of those things to tickle that intelligence type. Intelligence type number 2 is interpersonal. This is my favorite of the intelligence types, obviously, because I love talking about interpersonal skills. So if you have this intelligence type, you're probably naturally charismatic. You're probably very good at reading people. You're probably very good at empathy. You are really good at understanding the hidden dynamics of people. This one has always been my favorite because I didn't have it naturally. I had to learn interpersonal intelligence. So interpersonal intelligence means you're great at relationships, you're great at communication. If this is your intelligence type, some good careers and hobbies for you are human resources, counselor, manager, psychologist, public relations, because you're dealing a lot with people, social director, teacher, and social worker. A little added note here for this intelligence type is you thrive with people. You're really good with people. So if you don't interact a lot with people, but you have this as your natural intelligence type, you want to make sure that you're scratching that itch or you're leveraging that natural talent, whether that's with hobbies or coordinating neighborhood barbecues or trying to make sure that you're activating that people person talent. People who don't have this talent will thank you. We love people with natural interpersonal intelligence because you help the rest of us get along. All right, number 3 intelligence type is musical. Ha 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 ha. I clearly don't have this intelligence type. I can barely hear music. I can never recognize music. If this is your intelligence type, you are incredibly musically talented. You might have perfect pitch. You have a really good ear for notes and tune and sound. You might be able to use your own voice to be musical or use different instruments. I know someone who has this intelligence type, and he can literally pick up almost any instrument and just teach himself how to play it. I don't know how he does it. It is musical intelligence type. I bet you're not going to be surprised with some career choices for you if you have this intelligence type. Conductor. So you can also help other musicians. Musician, piano teacher, composer, dance teacher. Don't forget the people who are really good at music. Music might also feel that music in their body. They might have really good rhythm. Music therapist or choral director. So if you are good at music, make sure you are scratching that itch. Try to incorporate sound or music or dance into some aspect of your life, because if you are not leveraging your natural strength, you will feel like you are not exercising your full potential. That's what it feels like when you don't scratch that intelligence type. It's like you're always, I feel like you could be doing more or be doing better. All right, intelligence type number 4 is logical mathematical. So if you're good at logical mathematical, you are great with numbers. You can do math in your head. You loved math class. You have no problem figuring out logical reasoning or mathematical reasoning. You still remember formulas from when you were in school. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. There's also a really good rhyme. Let's see if I can do it. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared over 4ac all over 2a. That's not my intelligence type, but hopefully I remember with that quirky rhyme. So if this is you, you remember a lot of different mathematical concepts, and they come really easy to you. So some tips for you if this is your intelligence type. You would be a great mathematician, obviously. You would also be a good economist or an auditor. You'd be a good accountant. Sometimes scientists use a lot of numbers. Statistician, computer analyst, or technician. All those numbers-based jobs. I can barely calculate tip at the end of a meal, so you wouldn't want me to be your mathematical intelligence. All right, intelligence type number 5 is bodily-kinesthetic. So these are people who are very, very in tune with your body. If you have always been a natural athlete, or you've always been able to perform with your body, or adapt your body, or change your body, you've been in tune with your body, you might have the bodily-kinesthetic intelligence type. If this is you, there's also a lot of interesting career opportunities and hobbies you could do. Physical therapist, dancer, athlete, coach, fitness instructor, gym owner, actor, mechanic, or carpenter, because they often use their bodies and their hands. So this one is all about physical space. I have found that people I know who have this intelligence type, if they are not using their hands on a day-to-day basis, if they're not building something or trying something or lifting something or exercising with something, they feel very unhappy. So if they have very, very in your head jobs, or they're sitting in a cubicle, they have to make sure that they get a 2-hour workout in after class. Or they're really good at shop, or they build their own tables, or they fix cars on the weekend. So if this is you and you don't have a very physical job, you might consider scratching that itch with a physical hobby before or after work. All right, intelligence type number 6 is spatial. So this is a really interesting one because it's how you interact in space. People with this intelligence type think differently about the world. They actually see the world differently. They recognize patterns and shapes in the world. They see cities and urban development and homes differently. If you have this intelligence type, here are the careers and hobbies that would be good for you. Architect, geometry teacher, because geometry is spatial, engineer, surveyor, urban planner, graphic artist, interior decorator, photographer, pilot cartographer. So my photographer, Maggie Kirkland, love you, Maggie, she has an incredible way of seeing the world. She will walk into a restaurant and tell you what is the best angle, what is the best light, what is the best way you can stand. I don't see any of those opportunities, but that's how her brain works. So if this is you, you see the world differently than most people, make sure you use it. All right, intelligence type number 7, linguistic. So I think that this one is mine. Sometimes I'm good with my words. I also make a career on YouTube. Thanks, friends. So if you are linguistic, you are exceptional with your words. You're very good at communicating. Specifically, you can take broad concepts or ideas and articulate them teach them, and share them with the world. If you ever stumble across your words, oh my gosh, I just said that and then I stumbled across my words. If you frequently stumble across your words, bumble, mess up, or feel like you can never quite explain your thoughts, then you would need to work on your linguistic intelligence. So some great careers and ideas for people with this intelligence type. YouTube person, public speaker, librarian, getting into politics, radio announcer, TV host, journalist, lawyer, curator, speech pathologist, writer, and in sales. Salespeople are really good at thinking about ideas and pitching something with the right exact words to make you feel like, yes, I want to buy that. Linguistic is a great one to have because it obviously helps you communicate. Typically, linguistic people are also very good with different languages. This is the only subject that I excelled in school. I love taking different languages. It's where I got all of my good grades and all of my favorite teachers. All right, intelligence type number 8, intrapersonal. So this one I think is a little bit hard to understand. It's basically an intelligence type where you are very self-aware. These are people who are into philosophy, they're deep thinkers, they often think about their meaning in the world, they have wonderful thoughts, they're able to change the world with their ideas. So this one's a little bit harder to get, but there are a couple of careers and hobbies you can do if you think this is yours. Psychologist, writer, therapist, counselor, social worker, theologian, cool, entrepreneur, a lot of entrepreneurs are actually this intelligence type, and or poet. By the way, if you think I'm not explaining any of these well enough, definitely go and take the official quiz for the intelligence type at sciencepeople.com/intelligence-type. I explain it really well, but I can write it out. All right, intelligence type number 9, the last one, existential. So folklore in this area says that Howard Gardner added this intelligence type late. He actually figured out later that this was the 9th one. He thought there were only 8. And I'm actually going to read the description of this one. Do you ever wonder about the meaning of life? Do you read books about our evolution and how humans developed the species to be the species they are today? Are you awake late at night wondering what else exists outside of our known universe? Then you might be existential intelligence. So this is beyond just interpersonal thinking. It's actually thinking about our place in the world. Some unique careers for this one: inspirational speaker, writer, clergy, author, philosopher, economist, or blogger, where you're literally, all they want to do is hear your thoughts. So these intelligence types, I find them to be incredibly helpful when thinking about what you could do to be happier and more successful. 1, if you want to be better at what you do, try to hone in on your natural strengths, your natural intelligence type. 2nd, if you want to be happier and more fulfilled, activating your potential and trying out some hobbies that exercise some of these intelligence types is going to help you feel like, wow, I'm doing what I always meant to do. So if you want to add more meaning to your life, you want to have a little bit more success, try doing something for your intelligence type and let me know how it goes. I'm also curious which intelligence type you are. Put it below in the comments. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, I want to tell you one more thing. You are amazing. The question is, do you know how to share it? I'd love to help. I save my very best tips for my insider subscribers. Subscribe for free at scienceofpeople.com. I know your inbox is sacred, so I promise to send you only emails you will love. Here's the fun thing. No matter which intelligence type you have, if you give this video a like, I'll like you back. It doesn't take too many smarts to give some love, give some like, give our channel a subscribe. So thank you so much for all your support. I love putting out videos like this. I love doing interesting research on how we work and how we think. Your likes help a lot. Thank you.